All right, greetings. Let me get the mic down here. Welcome. It's Wednesday, midweek, and we're playing Magic Realm. I decided so last week, our last Magic Realm, we did black versus white. We did the Pilgrim and White Knight versus the Witch King and the Witch. We did teams effectively. Which we would add the scores of the two, characters to get a final score. And there was, what do you want to call it? There was some passive co-op teamwork, right? They didn't need to travel together necessarily, but they could. And both characters would have their own hands, their own deck, their own quest to complete. And they could either aid each other, but then that would mean they couldn't spread out, or they could spread out, which means they couldn't help each other. So that's sort of the thing. The game was immediately, so I shouldn't say, it wasn't immediately anything. It was very tight and very interesting. But in week 2, the White Knight died to a 10% chance of death to the troll. He died. It was midnight, so I called the game, and the black team wins. So we're going to give the white team one more shot at this here to see if they can't redeem themselves. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So we're going to see if, A, we can get everybody through for 2 weeks and live. That'd be nice. That'd be good. And that's our goal. So we're going to do that. We're playing white versus black, spy versus spy, ebony and ivory, not living together in perfect harmony. And so the first thing we're going to do, so real quick, we go over the characters, of course. Oh, I do need to get the 4 colors out. We get gold first week, purple second week, third week gray. Only the last week. That's a little bit of a bummer for the White Knight, especially since he is most reliant on that color. We're not gonna, let's not snap this. How's that? Let's just not snap this at all. And then we can do this. There you go, done. Okay. So there you go. So the last day of the game, there's black and white magic. That is almost pointless for both teams, really, weirdly. Having said that, I think it hurts the White Knight the most. He is the most benefit from having this in the first couple of days, first couple of weeks. So we're going to shuffle quest cards. And we're going to do our introductions to the characters real quick, and then flip over their quests. And I did this, I figured I would draw quests with you as part of our introduction. Give people a chance to filter in if they're going to filter in. So Pilgrim. So the Pilgrim is sort of the oddest of our characters here. He is... Hey, what's up, Rob? Oh, well, how are you? Yes, you're welcome. Very welcome. Thanks for coming, actually. So the Pilgrim is sort of an odd bird. He is a medium, possibly heavy fighter, but mostly medium fighter. He obviously, he doesn't start out with any... Oh, he doesn't have a staff. That was weird. That's sort of odd that he did not have a staff. We'll give him a staff. He starts out with the lowly staff and no armor. We give him 2 white magic spells instead of 1. That is my Pilgrim adjustment. And I feel that it opens up his options quite a bit. He took exercise and small blessing. We're going with the same loadout we did last week for the game. His goal is to go to the shrine and the altar, kill the demons there. Now, mind you, he cannot be attacked by the demons, so he has total impunity. And use small blessing for the rest of his work. Plus, it also can break curses, and he's going to be the guy that goes after spells for the white team. If he gets some weapons and armor, he can be a good fighter, but typically doesn't have that. And since these games are very short, one month games, sometimes you just don't get, unless you get lucky early, it's very difficult for a character to change his shtick. That is one of the, I would argue, the bad things about this quest version of the game is that in a 1 month game with the quests, it really forces you to move and try to complete your quests, which means that it's hard to, say, execute a strategy where, say, the pilgrim gets a bastard sword or something like that. That's a hard strategy to manage. So our pilgrim is going to be the spell guy for our team here. He's going to go out to the shrine, to the altar. Mostly the shrine and the statue are the two that he wants to get to and get spells. Let's take a look. So he has Troll Slayer and Giant Slayer, both of which he can put. So he gets to place 2 visitors. That's the first thing. And so let's look and see who he doesn't hate. He doesn't hate, well, he doesn't like the crone. I'm going to place the scholar and the shaman. And I'm just going to put them, I mean, I hate to say it, I think I'm putting them at the chapel. He can come back to them if he finds them useful. Findbow is not great for us because it's simply, we can't ambush Archer very well. We don't have aim, or we don't have the archery bonus that the Elf Slayer, the Woods Girl gets. I'm going to keep Troll Slayer and Giant Slayer. Those are great with Small Blessing. Do we keep Findbow? The only reason to keep Findbow would be that I've upgraded Findbow in from earlier versions of the quest game. You get a VP, and all you have to do, welcome Michael, all you have to do is walk into a flutter. Done. If you, so, I'm gonna keep it for now. And the bow's worth like $6 or $8 or something. We could sell it. Done. And we are done. That's our pilgrim. Good to hear it. Good to hear it. Our White Knight, you know, he's a big, tremendous fighter. His main disadvantages is he tires quickly. As you can see, he only has 4 move asterisks to play. And when the going gets tough, he really needs to play this. So he's going to have to fatigue once, twice. He can fight at his maximum potential for 3 rounds only before he starts getting winded. Oh, this is odd. No, literally no one got their gear when I did the whole thing this time. That is super weird. I am a little bit concerned about that, to be honest with you, that there's something going wrong here. We have a greatsword and the big heavy suit of armor. Luckily, it's not hard to get. Obviously, we trade this in for a Morningstar because the Morningstar has a better times associated with it. We took Make Whole because that is really the one spell that makes a great deal of sense. As long as he's in white magic, which could be supplied by the chapel, he can cast this spell and get all of his chits back. Quest for the night. We get rid of Purple Source, of course. That doesn't make any sense. Natives Arrive doesn't suck, so that means he can just play that card. So this is getting discarded. We will keep Dragon Slayer, and we'll place another visitor, because we might as well. We're going to place the crone down here, too, because that just makes it harder for our other characters to deal with the crone. And we will play Natives Arrive, and we'll take the Lancers and put them here, because we like the Lancers. Although that might make it hard for our buddy. Let's see. No, he doesn't care about the Lancers one way or the other. So done. So it seems we have some kind of meeting at the chapel. All of the scholars are here. And we get 2 cards. We get Thief and escort of a visitor. The nearest visitor to you in a dwelling needs an escort. And we get to place a visitor again. That's a little shitty. I probably should have rolled to see whose quests we're playing first. Does he have any visitor cards? I just want to look real quick just to see if the order matters. If the order matters, we'll roll it. I don't think it does matter. I think the white team just got lucky on their draw here. I have to keep these cards because they're the second draws. So we're going to keep them, but that thief is not going to, that thief. Dragon Slayer, that's good for us. Thief is not as good for us. And we're going to escort. Who could we use to get a level of relation with? I think the Scholar. Let's take the Scholar. So we're going to take the Scholar. Scholar to, and he needs to go to the guardhouse. So we are going to take the Scholar to the guardhouse. Where the hell is the guardhouse? The guardhouse is here, so it's not miles away. That's a quick point for our boys here. Yeah, okay. So White Knight is looking to get a Morning Star, kill things. He's gonna be the one that has to keep up with the Witch King in terms of notoriety or prowess, as I call it. Although I don't even use the name that I gave it. I usually flip back to notoriety because that's where I mark it on these sheets. Witch King's turn. The Witch King is the master of magic. He gets 4 spells. He can't do anything without magic. He uses magic sight. He uses magic to do pretty much every single thing that he does. We're taking what I consider to be a very standard and probably an overpowered combination. We're taking Fiery Blast, Drain Life, which is not in the base game, which is one of the reasons he is so powerful. Animate, not in the base game. Drain Life. If this attack hits, the monster is killed, no matter how big he is. What that means is the Witch King can handle literally every monster in the game because that is so good. That shit is so good. He can cast at a time 2 black magic, which means he hits almost everything and kills almost everything. So one of anything, and this guy is golden. And then we're going to animate something. Now, this does make it harder for him. So once we animate something, then we're starting to tie up black chits now, right? Because you're going to have essentially a chit literally tied up in keeping an enemy animated. And then you're going to have a chit that's going to be earmarked to turn that into black magic to make the creature arise. And I've gone through many iterations of this spell trying to get it balanced. It probably is. It's balanced enough. Using it means that the Witch King gets a free buddy, but it does tie up 2 of these 4 chits, and he really needs all 4 of those chits. So that's the issue. Let's see. He's going to drop Find Armor. It does him no good. So that one's going to go. Deep Diver, loot any treasure from the pool. Maybe I keep it. So I'm going to drop Find Armor. We'll keep Deep Diver. That's the pool. Merchant is buy any item at a dwelling and record the purchase price. You go to another dwelling and trade it, and you get, by default, you get 2 times your recorded purchase price. You are guaranteed to make money, and strangely enough, the more you pay for that piece of junk, the better. Because if you paid 40, you're going to get 80. So you're going to make the most money by actually getting a weirdly worse deal at the outset. Tiny hut. So he now gets to place a visitor also. He gets to place the one visitor. And where does he get to place him? A woods clearing of our choice. Well, we don't mind the warlock. I'm going to put him in a woods clearing. We're going to put him right there. That's where the warlock lives because it's close. And I don't hate him. I'm sort of neutral to the warlock. But we played a tiny hut is done. And we get arsonist. Burn crap down. So we got arsonist. And he has to roll a random native group. Random native group is a 1d8, not a 1. It is the Bashkar. Arsonist, Bashkar. Done. Let me save all these since I'm... Okay. What is our strategy? Meld into Mist. That's our escape hatch. One of the best spells in the game. If you can take it and you have enough purple to manage it, you do. Use Drain Life to pump up your prowess. Try to get to 60 for the bonus. If you find a good creature, animate. And a largely good creature would be like a tremendous creature. Preferably armored. Preferably as fast as possible. There's a lot of creatures that could fit the bill, though. I've animated one of the demons once, and that worked out for me. Obviously, like a tremendous troll would work out. A dragon, anything that hordes of small dudes can't kill would be useful. And then Fiery Blast for the hordes of small dudes, just in case. And there we go. That's our loadout for him. Finally, we have the witch. The witch is I'm going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of cleaning here. She's going to flip over a couple grays. So the witch has some nature magic, she has some cursey magic, and she has black magic, of course. One of the witch's best games is trying to absorb essence. And in this case, I took Remedy. Remedy breaks one spell or curse, which means she can absorb essence and then break it and then absorb again later on in the game, which means that she can take a crappy absorb early if she wants it, just to survive an encounter, get rid of it, and wait for the tremendous troll, or wait for the tremendous flying dragon, both of which are awesome. The tremendous troll is like the A grade. The tremendous flying dragon is the S grade absorb essence. Any of the other dragons or any other armored and tremendous creature is fine. But the dragons are slow. But what you're doing in that case is you're looking for something which can't be killed by hordes of small dudes, and then you go pick on hordes of small dudes. I took Torchbearer because I think it's a good play for the witch, because then she can actually wander around in caves, much like the dwarf. Fan club, unhired rogue at the house. What does that look like? Where is the house? The house is over here. She can get to the house. It's not super far for her. She gets a buddy. That doesn't suck. It's not great for her, but it's not terrible either. I might keep it. Dwarven Smith is sort of pointless, only because it takes a long time, and what she gets out of it is actually just not that good. So I'm going to turn that card in. Remember, if you turn a card in, the disadvantage is you have to take the one that you get second. I'm going to keep Fan Club. I'm going to keep Windfall. And Consult Demon is a really good one. So, for instance, with Consult Demon, our gal here could either gain another black magic chit, which is super useful for her. She could convert a couple of her chits to black magic. Now, that's a little bit dicier, frankly. That's a little dicier. Because she doesn't have a lot of chits to give up. But one she could, for instance, she could give that chit up. That becomes a type 2, a type 5 at time 2, which makes her a nasty caster. But she doesn't usually take attack spells. But boy, if she got Consult Demon, converted that chip, and also got Drain Life, then that would be huge. So I do like those quests for her. But her goal is to look for a summon. Now, what she does not have is a good mobility option. She has Broomstick, but I didn't take it this run through. I thought Remedy would be good. That would allow her to use Absorb more freely. A little more wild and woolly. Done. All right. We got events to draw, and then we are done and ready to get started here. So let's draw 3 events for our first week. Bounty on Bats. We have a Nest. And a Den. Ooh, that's weirdly spiffy. That's weirdly fun. So the Bout Bounty, Bout Bounty? What the hell did I just say? What? I have no idea what I just said. Let's copy and paste that, and let's shrink that card. And that's one of the things I love about Tabletop Sim, is you can just shrink stuff, right, and size it. That reminds me that the bounty lasts for 2 weeks. Right? So, we have a bounty on bats. Anyone who kills a bat this week gets a point, and you can keep the bats for $5 each. Done. Nest. The nest appears in a random clearing. We're going to roll a random clearing. High pass 6. So we're going to take this editable piece. We're going to paste it a couple times. Nest. I'm going to make it weirdly gigantic. Same thing we have. I apologize if it's hard to see. The Den. So let's go get our creatures here. We need the owlbear and we need the spiderling. The owlbears are heavy. I think there's 2 of them. And weirdly fast, right? They're either really hard to hit, or they're really, really hard to, you know, right? Or they hit really quickly. So a little dangerous. Definitely not to be underestimated. The owlbears. The spiderlings. Oh, nope, that was not it. The spiderlings, there's 3 of them. They're fast, they're hard to hit. On this side, they hit reasonably hard, but they do attack slower. Dangerous for our slower characters. But on that side, they do like no damage too. So this is high pass 6, huh? Okay. And where is the Den? Sorry it's taking me so long, too. 2/6, the Cavern. That is oddly fitting. Deep in the cavern lies the den of the owlbears. Yep. That tracks. That tracks. That's a great fight for the White Knight if he's hidden and he has the Morningstar. Now, both of these cards come with 3 small Wow, I somehow jacked those cards up, didn't I? Like I don't know how that happened. There we go. They're weirdly sitting on top. That is some odd topography right there. And they have two large. First person to loot a treasure from either site gets the victory point. And we are done and we are ready to go here. So I think we are saving the game just to make sure that we've overwritten and got ourselves saved, and we are ready to write day one. I think day one is pretty much the same as it would be. The only caveat would be something like, I mean, the Pilgrim wants to stay day one anyway in the order because he wants to cast, and that's easier to do with white magic. But I will say there is a little bit of, I'm always tempted to not try to hire the order day one, because it does take a couple days typically, and you do have this weird pressure on you after that, you know, to go, and you have to get something done because you got to pay that guy, right? Like that's sort of the downfall to hiring the order on day one is you have to pay the order on day 15. And that's $8 you need to have gotten. But having said that, there's also, you know, advantages. So I'm going to do what we would normally do. We're going to hire, and we're going to hope for a good roll, and done. The White Knight has got to trade because he's got to get that trade done. We should also note that we always have an extra rest phase when we forget it. The Witch King and his, so he has, if he has to burn the bash cards, that's not, but he can always help them too. I think the Witch King goes to the cliff. I think the, so the, yeah, I think the familiar goes, the familiar is going to go down here. The Witch King's going to go to the cliff to get the cliff going. And then the witch really has to stay in the inn for a day, a night. So I think the Witch King is going to 1, 2, well, we could do Borderland too, I suppose. Oh, and that's right. The witch actually has this going on, because she still has fan club. So that is her guy to get. You know, he likes older women with poison apples. So that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I'm not judging. That's cool. I think what we're going to do is run to the cliff, hide, move. And obviously we're going to cast at the end of the day. Done. I think the witch is going to send her cat. He's going to move into the ruin and then search if he can. She is going to hide twice and trade twice. We'll see what they have, and she's going to get the windfall. Done. And that's where we're at. It's day one. This is our team challenge. Spy versus spy. Let's get a monster roll for day one. We get bats on day one, so that's good. If you're gonna find something to fight, bats is good. There's a bounty if you recall. And who is going to go? It is the witch first. So her cat goes first, and the cat goes down to there. And he rolls a search. He's looking for a 3-2. He's going to appear. 3, 2, or 1. The cat doesn't find anything. The witch is going to hide twice. Fails and succeeds. So the witch is hidden. So nothing untoward will happen to the witch tonight. She's going to trade with the rogues. The rogues she is neutral with, I'm pretty sure. Just going to see what's here. Vial of Healing. The Deft Gloves. That's actually not bad. She'll roll in the Deft Gloves, even though it's not very likely she gets them. And there is trouble, because there's always trouble. They're going to challenge her. She's going to let them block battle her and not take the next, because she's hidden. So she's not going to have to flee. She's not going to get out of there. And we're going to exchange for Windfall. So she does get that, and she's going to be done today. I suppose we don't quite know that, because it's possible, but nothing's going to roust her. Let's just make sure we don't forget it. And I'll draw this card. So she scores the Windfall, and she's going to be done. The Pilgrim is with his allies. He's going to trade, or not trade, hire. And he's looking for the price to be, it's a 2 or a 1 is the roll. That's 1, 2, so close, and yet so far. 3, nope. And 4. He gets price times 2. That's 16 bucks. He does not have enough money. And so he is done. He's going to cast at the end of the day. We should keep that in mind. The White Knight is trading. The White Knight is trading for the Morning Star. I suppose he looks at these, even though there's danger in doing that. The Elven Slippers and the Black Book. 2 type 8s, 2 type 5s. Not our gig, for sure. But, and he doesn't want the Elven Slippers. He'll roll on the Black Book. No, he's going to roll in Morning Star. What am I talking about? He gets a -1 to these dice. And so he gets a 2. He's just friendly with them. That's price times 2. That is literally all he needs. And so he trades the Greatsword in for 10 and spends 6 getting a Morning Star. Which leaves him with 4 bucks. I mean, he'll roll the other 3 times and on the Black Book in case he gets opportunity. 2 or a 1. That's a fail. That's a fail. Also a fail. So he is done, and he's so that's fine. Not an issue. And he is done with his day. And finally, the Witch King is going to hide, and move. He fails to hide once. He does succeed the second time. Most dangerous time for him is this time, frankly. He can't run from anything. He drew all the bats. Well, not all of them, but most of them. So yeah. Now, fortunately, he's fast enough to melt into mist, but hidden, he can use his crappiest chit. So that's the end of the day today. We do see where the bats are. And that's okay. That's good. That's good stuff. So we are going to cast Melt into Mist with this chit and this chit. Those both get fatigued or used. Done. We are going to cast Small Blessing. So we go to the wish table. We rolled 2 times possibly. I wish for peace. No, we don't get to roll twice. Combat ends for the day in our clearing, and we are done. And that is it. That is day 1. Nothing too exciting on day 1. The Witch King does have sort of a vibe, though. He could kill 1 or more of those bats. They're worth money, remember, because there's a bounty on them. And they're worth 1 victory point to even kill 1 of them. Excuse me. I ate a big dinner. I feel a little bloaty. Too much information. I'm so sleepy. So we are ready to go here. All right, let's get the next day. So the Witch King wants to get the Scholar to the guard. Oh, I'm sorry, and the Pilgrim does actually have to roll. The Lancers aren't super, like, jazzed with him. They don't like him, but there's no deal. There's no trouble. So every day he stays here, he does have to deal with the Lancers. And that is a little bit of a dicier proposition. So I think our goal is 1, 2, 3. And I do think we hide. What is Escort going to give the White Knight? Escort is going to give us 1 VP and 1 level of relation. So it's not a great reward. It's not like a ton of money or anything. It just, thank you for helping me out, and I'll see you later. But I could definitely see the White Knight going up and using that to go through the high pass and into the nest. Because again, you loot the nest and you get a VP. So that could be 2 VP, 1 for dropping off the Scholar, the other for popping the nest. In the meantime, you're looking for a Flutter, right? You're looking for a Flutter chit to show up for find. Oh, that's the Pilgrim. And we ended, I'm sorry, we do end a day. We do end the day here, so we are going to drop Thief. And we get Learn Spell. That's rough. That's rough for our guy. He is definitely not a spell learner at heart. That one's going at some point. I say we do this. So I say that the Pilgrim is going to rest once, hire 3 times, cast at the end of the day again, done. The White Knight is going to hide, and then move into the ruin, right, with his guy in tow. That way tomorrow he can get to the guardhouse. I do think the Witch King at least wants to think about dealing with a bat, but there's 3 of them. 1 bat, and he would nuke it, and it'd be done. That does get a little harder. It does get a tiny bit harder. And if the bat flips, he can't auto hit them, and that becomes really hard. So it's not cool at all. He could alert chits, so that is true. One thing that we've noted here, though, is that there are no treasures here. That's the other thing to keep in mind. So I'm going to say we actually move to the borderland. I am going to hide again. I'm going to rest a purple, use my extra spell X, and my spell final phase to spell, thus getting this chip back. And then what we're going to do, we're going to end up here. That flips this tile. We're all rested. and then we can see what's here. And if it's nothing, then we can go back. Now, the problem would be if we get jumped by a bunch of monsters, we're sort of in between a rock and a hard place here. We've got lots of stuff going on, but that's probably a huge deal for the Witch King because he can, he's Melt into Mist makes him a very, very good dodger. We get Happy Camper. End of phase at the large campfire. So that is the large camp. So I think her goal is to get to the, she might as well try to get to the house and get her guy. That's a point. The cat's going to search here, and she is going to go, she probably needs to hide, and then move up into the cliff, or the ledges. Hey, what's up? You were drunk, let's go. Oh, I'm going to say good for you. So it is day 2, and we are ready. And the Witch King is going to go first, the Witch second. So the black team goes first. We're moving there. I think we did hide once just to try to spare purple. Typically we don't have to because we have Melt into Mist. And then he's going to do a little resting and flipping that chit. Then we flip these chits. Oh, we need a monster roll, right? We went straight to badness. Hold on, it's 5. Spiders and imps. And the Shrine in 4. That's big. That's big for, that's good for the team. That is 1 type 1 and 1 type 5 spell. Yes, good for you. And plus Consult Demon could pop there for the Witch. So done. That's a good find on their part. Now it's the Witch's turn. Her cat. 1, 2. He's got to roll a 3, 2, or 1. Nope, 3, 4. He is done. So he finds 1, 5 ruins for our gal. In the meantime, she's going to try to go up there. She hides twice. Fails once. Wow, it's good that we're hiding twice, huh? Succeeds. We get Dank and the Lost Castle. Lost Castle always appears in 1. That matters for us as we have Quest the Key off the Lost Castle specifically. Lost Castle is also sheltered if you need to be out of the rain or something. So 6. That's dragons. Flutter, that's bats and dragons. Patter is going to be more spiders. Oof, that ain't good. Slither 6 is going to be snakes and dragons. This is Dragon Central. And Slither, holy shit, that is no bueno. This is a show. So it does mean that there's a lot of treasure probably scattered elsewhere, but she draws 2 of the 3 heavy spiders. Now this is bad for the Witch, because the Witch does not have a good toolkit right now for this. And I don't want to absorb, really. Because absorbing means the best you can do is the absolute, like, you can play on this side to kill the other spider, but if the other spider flips, you guys are guaranteed killing each other. So you don't want that to, we don't want that. She also can't run from these things, so she actually needs to weirdly back off, I think. Unless she's willing to go on a 70% chance to hide. Not great. Okay, that's her turn. Pilgrim's up. Pilgrim's going to spend 1 more time at it. Looking for 3, a 2 or a 1. That's a fail. Oh, that's definitely a fail. I could see the 6. Sometimes those dice get spinning and you're like, I shouldn't let go. Oh, I just let go. And he is done. And the White Knight hides twice and goes there. And he does succeed. And we get Trolls, Bones, and the Lost City. Ooh, geez, that is... like, everything is occurring. The Lost City is in 3. And we're going to go Flutter 2. Cairn 5. Vault in 3. Statue in 2. The Imp shows up. Oh, Cairn shows... the Tremendous Spider shows up, too. And the Horde in 6. So we figured out where all the treasure sites were. They're here. That gives the... I would argue that gives the white team a huge advantage right now. That's a great place to be. No monsters on our guy. But certainly... certainly a plethora of creatures to deal with. I think that's it, and that's it for the day. And the witch has to decide what she does. It's pretty much a 30% chance of death if she stays in that hex, in that clearing. So I don't think that's a good... That does not smell like a good risk to me. Smells like not even Teen Spirit. Wasn't Teen Spirit like a body wash or deodorant or something? It was a song, I know, but wasn't it like, you know, shampoo or something? It was something. It was like a body spray for, right, something. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. I think she has to retreat. So she sneaks out of there. The Pilgrim does have to talk with the Lancers. The Lancers are very curt with him. Cobain, speaking of smells like Teen Spirits, Kurt Cobain. But they're okay with him. And I think that is the day. Not a lot of points, but we are at least progressing, you know, right? They're getting the map opened up a little bit, and you found a lot of chits. Like the Lost City and the Lost Castle being up this early is great. We have found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 8 treasure sites are already found, which is good and bad, because it does mean that of all these other six clearing tiles, there's only 2 sites between them. So that's, I would argue that's worse for the black team, because the black team, right, has the deep woods, and they've got the caves. Like, they have to travel farther to get to shit. And the white team literally has the mountain and the crag they can just go to right here, done and done. And you're gonna clear 2 of those, and they might have treasure, and if they do, then that's 50% of the remaining treasure. I feel that this puts them at a little bit of a disadvantage, I think. Enough of that. What are we doing on day 3? Well, no, on day 2 we have to cast. So we're casting Wish, and we're wishing, hopefully, for strength. Your wish is randomized. I wish for a vision. You look at treasure cards in any one box on the chart of appearances. This is a little shitty because it really means that everybody gets to look. But we're going to look at the cairn. Glimmering Ring, Sacred Statue, Lost Keys power boots are amazing. Ancient telescope, done. There you go. So that's the first cast. The second cast, we're going to use that. We looking for a 6. We're looking for the worst number possible. We get a 3. He gets to look at another thing of treasure cards. Let's look at the Horde. Regent of Jewels. The Flying Carpet, not great for anybody, but it doesn't suck. The Golden Icon sucks, but $100. The Toadstool Circle, don't care for that. The Quick Boots are great for the Pilgrim. All right. Both of those look pretty rockin', but we have cast our spells and we are done for the day. That sucks, man. Can't hire and can't get my spell cast. We're going to give it one more day. But we can only do 2 hires today because we need to rest both of these chits. And then we're going to cast again. But if this doesn't work, then we're going to have to sleep on it a little bit. The White Knight is he's gonna be unhidden, of course, when he starts his. He is going to probably hide. I mean, we mostly win that fight, but if you miss on round 1, you're going to take a wound. Then you just cover your move. You may even take a hit to flip him, and then he dies. It's only worth 6 note or 6 prowess. I don't know that I care that much. I could hide once and go 3 and try to get up there and get the victory point. I could hide twice and go in. I think we're going to hide twice and go in. Do we hide twice? Or do we hide 3 times? Might as well hide 3 times, right? Cairn. Done. So those are our moves. The Witch King still looking for Nub. He's looking for the pool, which he hasn't found. He does need something to sell for right to get merchant going. Bats would be a good bounty. So here's what he's going to do. We have one good cast of Fiery Blast, really, in us. I say we hide twice, alert once, move to the bats. We'll get this spell up, ready to go. Maybe we kill one, maybe we kill 2. That'd be great. If we need to, we can follow up with the Death Ray. But we can get out of there. The danger is that any of those bats could flip, and if the bat flips, then you're not gonna be able to cast Death Ray because you can't guarantee to hit him. And even if you think you can guarantee to hit him, if he flips and you miss him, he kills you. Because remember, we don't have any move chits. So our move is we always get hit. It's like a time 90 or something. Like we always get hit. And so if the bat were flipping, we were to miss and you can't ambush and you were unhidden, you were dead. If the bat gets to attack you, you're dead. So we can't have that happen. So we're going to go in, we're going to nuke once and probably melt into mist the next round. If we need to. Our lady here, our gal, she does not want that spider. That spider is not useful to her in terms of, but that horde is. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3. I think she moves 3. And I don't really know that she even does anything with that 4th move. The 4th move takes her into the ruin. That becomes very dangerous for her. 1, 2, 3, 4. The cat's going to move to here. I'm just going to move him. Done. She is going to move 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 to the valley. Done. Okay. And that's it. And we're ready for the 3rd day. There's a fine yellow up, by the way, on the 3rd day. 6. So more bats. Oh my. Okay. Well, that's going to be rough. And it is day 3. Witch King is up first, so he's going to hide 2 times, which is pretty needy here. He does hide. He alerts his chit, and then he draws the rest of the bats. Like, him going first saved everybody else the bats. Now, this is good for him. And you might think, well, what are you talking about? Why is it good for him? He's going to hit every bat in that clearing, and now he has a better chance of making the missile roll that is required to hit the bats and kill it. So when he hits 6 bats, he now gets 6 shots at rolling what he needs to roll, which I think is like a 4 or better, I believe. Because I think he does light, medium, heavy, tremendous damage. -1 is heavy. So he can roll a 4. So 4, 3, 2, or 1, he gets 6 shots at it. If he kills any of the bats, he gets a victory point. And for every bat he kills, he's going to collect 5 gold at a dwelling. That is a great... That's good for him. So good for him. We're very excited. The Pilgrim is going to rest twice because we got to rest 2 times. We are going to hire twice. And we got this. This is going to be it. This is the one. No, double 6s is not... No, 3 is not enough. That's price times 2. So he's not going to be able to hire anybody. But he has rested twice. He'll be able to cast here in a minute. The White Knight goes. The White Knight hides a bunch of times. And then moves on in to there. Nothing appears because there are no more bats. Bats would have appeared here. Mind you, keep in mind that the Knight also wants to get here because the Knight wants that flutter. That's pretty cool. Done. And then finally the Witch. The cat has moved already, and the Witch moves to here, and she's done. She'll hide. It doesn't matter. Let's roll the Pilgrim first. The Pilgrim has to deal with the Lancers again, who are questioning him awkwardly. No, they're fine. The Witch King. The Witch King is going to do his thing. We have 6 bats. They are all on our sheet. Well, no, not all. None of them are on our sheet, actually. They're all... We're on their sheet. We are casting Fiery Blast at a times 0. That's why we cock the whatchamacallit to times 0. We hit everybody. We do have to roll to see if they flip, so we're going to roll every bucket. That one doesn't flip. That one doesn't flip. The last bucket does not flip, so no one flips. There's actually a reason why that's important. Now we're going to roll in the missile table. We do L star star star. Light, medium, heavy, tremendous damage. If we can roll down by 1 and still do heavy damage. That's a 4 or less. We get 6 shots at a 4 or less. Oh, this is so good. This is why, oh god, the Witch King is so good. I mean, the Sorcerer could pull off this trick. So this is, the Witch King just has so many different tricks the Sorcerer doesn't have. That is a fail. He lives. That is a success. He is dead. That is a failure. He lives. That is a failure. Three lives. 4 live. Oh, God. I want one more, man. One more. No, 5 of them live. We kill 1. And then the other 5. So what that means, so we got 2 things to do here before we make a decision as to what to do. What's up, Rob? Slightly OP. He is slightly OP. I agree with that. So we do have a kill. We have to roll to stay hidden. We do not stay hidden. So the next thing we do, next round, is we melt into mist, and we are done. And that is fatigued. Yeah, we are. So that's my goal. My goal is to try to stick to a little bit of a schedule. Wednesday is always going to be board game night. And then I think Friday is for the off games. And then Monday will be sort of the series game, the game that we are playing in series. Now, we have to be playing a couple of those, I suppose. But so we did kill 1. And so that is going to score us the Bat Bounty. And then we do get to keep him, or a token of him, as a little trophy that we can turn in for $5 later. And actually, well, yeah, what we ought to do, I'll tell you what we ought to do from now on, just to, for we'll just toss one of those. There you go. It's a 5 gold trophy. No one really cares how we got that trophy. Done. That is a point. Oh, and it's 3 prowess. And we're not going to count prowess just yet. We'll wait till the end of the first week. But we did get a card, and that puts the Witch King absolutely out ahead. And technically, the Witch, with her 15 gold, is out ahead in gold. And we'll do that at the end of the week also. We do have another fight. That is the White Knight against our spider here. We ready our weapon with doesn't really matter, with this chit, and we're going to play that chit. We actually, does matter a little bit, right? Because we have to play a tremendous to do tremendous damage. We don't have a sharpness star to carry us through. So we always have to play a tremendous here. So, if he stays put, we're going to kill him. Oops, we have to roll 1 die. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is round 2 because I didn't like the way that first one. I felt bad. 5. He shifts down. He doesn't flip because he's a tremendous creature. And that is the end of round 1. Okay, our weapon is readied. We are going to play that chit right there. You felt bad. That's what we're gonna play this. Remember, this is a T3 attack right now. And we are gonna roll a 1 or a 4. No, we roll a 3. But we have a problem. The problem is the spider's gonna hit us because he undercuts us. That means he wounds us, which is fine. We'll wound. I'm gonna wound this fight. And then he flips. That means the combat doesn't end. Round 2. And round 3, we are going to kill this guy no matter what he does. Because we have a T3 attack. It's going to undercut him and beat his speed. And before he hits us again, killing us, by the way, we kill him. And for a mere cost of a single wound. Which we literally will heal the next day. So, spider is dead. I should mark. Because I have taken to marking. Kills, right? There we go. Okay. That is the end of day 3. End of day 3, we had our first fights. Both the Witch King, which we expected, although he did not do great. If he kills 2 of those, he gets 9 prowess. If he kills 3 of those, he gets 18 prowess. So coming out with 3 prowess only is a little bit of a bummer for him, and he had to blow 3 chits on it. So that's, he did get a point though, and that is actually the key. So a point for three asterisks fatigued, not a big deal, but it did not go as well as it could have. I suppose is my point. Now I would argue that we probably do that again. Try to get it. I mean, we'd probably try that again. And the reason we'll try it again is no matter that he scored the 1 point, he can't score anymore, but he can get more trophies. Every trophy's $5. He can try that gambit again. There is no risk to him at all to try this gambit again. It's largely just, can you kill a couple of them, 2 or 3, and that's more gold, and that's going to allow him to do merchant because he needs a little bit of a nest egg to do his merchant card somewhere else. So in the meantime, the Pilgrim cast at the end of the day. My main problem with the Pilgrim is the reliance on this is killing him. So we got to get some strength here. Let's get a strength. So we're looking for a 6. He gets wish for strength. Thank freaking goodness that he got that wish for strength. And I mean, almost any chit will do, frankly, for him. So we're gonna take a 6 chit and give him and put it right there. That is his tremendous chit. He does tremendous damage now. And I am gonna cast. Do you cast again or do you save it? Yeah, you're not going to cast again. I'm good. I'm done. So he is done at the end of the day. And I think that's it. Now we do know, because you know that the Pilgrim has shared his information. So we know that both the Horde and the Cairn is really good for both of our heroes here. So they are definitely going to get that going. But I do think the White Knight is going to drop the Scholar off first. So he's going to go 1-2 to the guardhouse. The White Knight is going to move to the guard. He is going to score his escort. He will probably then hide and move to the woods, and he gets an extra rest phase at the end of that. So he'll score a point and be healed up. The Pilgrim, well, I mean, I hate to say it, the Pilgrim has got to just start looking for... So we know where the vault is. That is great for the Pilgrim. The Pilgrim is an auto kill on the Tremendous Troll. But he doesn't want the trolls to show up en masse, which they will with this bones chit there. He would need help. So I think what we're gonna do, by the way, it's a single Slayer. I think we're gonna hide twice and move to the mountains today. Just to see what we can see. He also needs Fine Bow, and that puts him in the Imp, which he's immune to. So he could go and just walk in there, get the bow, which isn't great for him, but he gets a victory point, and he could sell it, which would make his hiring easier. We're going to check the mountains out just to see what is there, and then we are probably going to try to make that a reality. Even the Tremendous Dragon is just mincemeat to that wish for strength. Let me write the moves here. Oh man, I need to. So the Borderland is not a great place to rest for the Witch King right now because of that Ruins Sea chit. That Ruins Sea chit hurts a little bit because that's goblins, and that's a lot of goblins. I'm going to go, I hate to do this because it's literally wasting 3 moves. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Done. We're going to go to Woods 2. Nah, you know what? No, we're not. We're going to, no, oh, jeez. No, we're going to go here. We're going to go here. We're going to go to Borderland. So I'm going to go to Borderland. So we're going to move to the Borderland. We are going to rest and rest. And then we are going to X spell X and spell. And that'll give us our second purple chip, right? So we'll at least have a little bit of time there. We'll have rested 2 of these. So things will get a little bit back to normal. The witch is going to try her damnedest to get that damn... So what's the cat going to do? The cat's going to move, and search. She is going to go... Hide, move into the ruin. Scout's already... Hide, move into the ruin. I think he pre-games everything we do. Don't get me wrong. If I had to hang out with me, I would pre-game too. I do. I do pre-game. Every day I hang out with myself. I'm drinking something, so. Ooh, more freaking bats. Okay, well that really means a lot of places are safe. We're like tailgating. That's true. It is just, it's not pre-gaming, it's just gaming. It's just gaming. Now, the White Knight goes 1, 2, pops the Scholar off here and goes here and tries to hide. Doesn't matter if he ends up hidden, by the way. We're going to flip this. It's the large campfire. Hey! Which shows up in 4. We need the witch needs the large campfire, so that's a thing. We score escort, we do, so that's a point for the White Knight, and that ties up our teams. And we actually like the Scholar now, so the Scholar is friendly. So we're going to put that somewhere. And done. And we get a new quest. And it's Windfall. So we are actually incented. We are actually incentivized to spend some time at a dwelling. But we're done for now. The witch, the dude goes, he's going to look twice to peer to see if he can't. He doesn't. And he does not. He is done. But we go in here, hiding 2 times, and we do. But nothing shows up there because we're out of bats. We're out of bats. We're out of bats. We go up here, right? Rest 2 times. Done. Flip that shit. Nothing happens in here. And then the pilgrim goes. I mean, he's gonna be hidden, right? Because that's it. He's nope, and yes, done. So he is hidden, and he gets to flip these chits over. It is Stink and the altar in 1. Ugh. Stink would be great for him. He would draw a giant and kill it instantly if we rolled a 4. That is literally all we've got today. It is now day 5. The altar is not worth climbing all the way up for at the moment, especially because the spells are type 2 and 3. Not our pilgrim's gig. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. If all the trolls show up, he's in trouble. He is in trouble. He can't run from the trolls. He can't kill them all. So 1, 2, 3. I think a hide is in order. Well, I hate to say we're just going to go move. And then might as well do 2 hires while you're there. And hope. Then tomorrow you end up in the ruin. The White Knight wants to slay a dragon. That'd be great. I think we're going to go to the cairn. I mean, we have to hide. We're not in that good a shape. So we're going to hide. We're going to move to the cairn. I'm going to search twice. We're going to hope to find something there. The Witch King is going to rest 1 time, extra spell X and spell. So that's going to flip him over. He is then going to hide once. He can't quite do it though, right? That's the issue. Can't quite pull it off. If you rest that shit, I think what we're going to do instead is we will rest that shit for sure. Hide, alert, move to the bats. Done. The witch, the dude is going to search 4 times. The witch is going to hide, move to the horde, and cast at the end of the day. And that's it, and we get a roll. 2 serpents and demons. We're gonna peer, and he does find 2-3 crag for her. What else does peer do for us potentially? We could find clues with a 5. It's 2, 3. What's a 3 do on peer? It finds hidden paths, right? Hidden enemies and paths, but not clues. Done. Okay, nothing. And the witch goes and she moves in there and she is going to try to hide. And she does. And what she gets is nothing. Nothing appears in that one. Interesting. Done. End of day, she's going to cast. He is going to go 1, 2, hire twice. He's looking for a 2 or a 1 on 2 rolls. No, he's got this. This is it. This is it. Nope. Nope and no. Okay, he's done and done. The Witch King rests once, hides once, alerts once. The hide is the important one. He blows it, so he walks in there, and he's gonna have to melt into mist and get his ass kicked. And the White Knight moves, hides, searches. So he's gonna hide. He does. He's gonna search 2 times, and he finds the cairn. The White Knight is the first to now find the cairn, and he now has to fatigue to drag something out of the cairn. What's up, Cat? How are you? Oh, what do we got? 5. He gets the 5th card. It is the ancient Telescope, and he must fatigue, and he's going to fatigue probably that fight. Oh, and he did rest before, so he is done. And theoretically, he should be able to do this, so he just actually gets that chip back. Yeah, he has to hide because, yes, he absolutely has to hide. These guys are on his sheet. If any one of them gets to attack him this round, he dies instantly. He doesn't get to not die. So there's 5 bats in that pile. The chance of him killing 5 bats with a fiery blast is almost 0. He'll probably get 1, might get 2. If he's amazingly lucky, he kills 3. But he's not going to kill 5 of them. So he had to hide. And he's going to melt into mist, and he's going to lose this chit, the alerted one, too. And he ends up here. Not super useful. She is done. Everybody, I think, is done. The Pilgrim does have to roll against the stupid Lancers. They don't dink with him. You could get 2 trolls. The spider is dead. That's pretty much the worst, is the 2 trolls. I think the Pilgrim moves to the cairn and gives a search. Their teams, he ain't gonna mind, right? The Knight is gonna hide. Search. Extra rest. The Witch King has to move. Has to rest twice. Spell X and spell. So he's been stymied here a little bit by those bats. Oh, she was going to cast. So she is going to cast Torchbearer. And now she gets today an extra phase in caves until she is out of that cave. So the worst that can happen to her is the 2 trolls. The 2 trolls are the bad thing. She can run from the 2 trolls. If the dragon hits, she just casts Absorb Essence, because Absorb Essence doesn't have to hit. It just has to get off before the thing attacks you, which means that she needs to equal or beat its move, and this thing moves at a 4. So that means that we would get that. So we're hoping for dragons to pop. And even if dragons pop, so what I'm saying is, she does not have to hide today. She can search 3 times. And so day 6 is written. Let's get a monster roll up for day 6 here. And it is 3. Ogres, wolves, goblins, octopus. That isn't great. I don't think it draws much, but it's not great. It's not great for the Witch King. So the Pilgrim goes here, and he is going to search once. And he fails. Done. The White Knight hides once, searches 3 times. He is not hidden. he is still going to search, which is going to give the pilgrim the cairn, because if you interact with a site unhidden, everybody else in the clearing can see you. Done. Same thing if you're hidden and they've found hidden enemies. So the pilgrim gets the cairn today, but the white knight gets 3 loots of the cairn. He's going to get the 4th card. That's 1. And he gets the power boots, which is exactly what he wants. He does have to fatigue. So that's 1. He gets the 4th card. How's the game going? It's going well, Captain. It's going well. We're doing good. Poultice of health, it's fine. 2. He has to fatigue again. Yeah, you can tell your guy where stuff is if you wanted to. Yes. And 3 is a fail, so but he still has to fatigue. Which does suck a little bit, but he'll fatigue the move T6 just because. And then his extra rest phase, he will just pull the T6 back, and he is done. The power boots, though, are a big deal because they now mean that our white knight no longer has to worry about fatigue. Best treasure in the game for him almost assuredly is, one of them is the power boots. The Witch King moves up here, rests 2 times, flips one of these over, immediately draws the 6 goblins. And the witch, what is her cat doing? Her cat is going to... This is a shitty board for the cat, only because... so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Done. And the witch is going to search 3 times. So she's looking for a 4. Nope. 1. Nope. 2. Oh, that looks so good, but she does not find it. And she is done. I don't think anything appears there. It is all just the goblins on the Witch King. And the poor Witch King needs to flip that and melt into mist. But he's going to stay in the hex. He's just going to melt into mist. Yeah, that was day 6, right? So day 6 is done. It is going to be day 7. So everybody needs to sort of think about what they're doing. We could get monsters back. I think the pilgrim is going to search 4 times. I think we're going to rest once and search 3 times. There you go. I think the white knight is going to... he doesn't need quite as much to worry about. He is going to... Obviously, he gets an extra rest phase, which he should keep that in mind. I think we're going to hide. We're going to search twice. We're going to rest once and extra rest. Might as well just take this place for as much as you can. So now the Witch King has to move. I think what we're going to do, to be honest with you, is we are going to melt into mist. First thing. I'm getting a lot gray, Kath. And move into the woods. I've been a lot gray. And the beard just, what do you want to say? Shows that off. Quite unfortunately, I suppose. We're going to go 1 with the cat here. 2, or no. 1, 2, 3 to the valley. So the cat moves here. Done. The witch is once again just hoping that something shows up. So she is going to search 3 times, and she is done. For having... yeah, no, I think, you know, that's my body telling me something. I had to shave mine off, too. Okay, we roll 2 dice. We get 4s and 5s. So that means spiders are going to return to the board. The imp's going to return. Where are those spiders? They're up here. And the Lancers leave, which is good for the Pilgrim. The Lancers make the chapel annoying for the Pilgrim. So the Pilgrim goes, and the Pilgrim is going to rest and then search a bunch of times. Oh, he gets to loot too, the cairn. So that's fun. But he's going to get the 5th card. So that's 1 fail. The 3rd card is a success. And then finally, the last roll is the 3rd card, also a success. And he gets the Alchemist Mixture. None of those are amazing, but they all help out a little bit. We do have to fatigue 3 times. And frankly, we're going to fatigue 1, 2, and 3. And then the spider and the imp show up. A lot of shit shows up, actually. So this is a little rougher than we anticipated, probably. Spider shows up. Imp shows up here. The tremendous troll shows up here. And 2 trolls show up here. That is dangerous for our Pilgrim, because he only gets 1 magical shot there. Witch King is next. 1, 2, 3. The Witch King's going to end up there. Not great for him because he has to burn his last widget. He wants to see what is in there. He's hoping it's a campfire. It's not. It's dank. Done. The cat moved. The witch searches 3 times. 1, 2, no. 3. Nope. Found nothing. And she is done. And the White Knight does hide once. So that's... And he fails. And he is immediately blocked by everyone. And, oh God, this got a lot worse for everybody. This game might be over, actually. That is what is in that clearing. Holy crap. All right, let's figure this out. I do think this is doable because of the Pilgrim. But here we go. The imp cannot attack, which means she has to attack him. Done. We're going to take... We're going to take that troll on our sheet. And I think the knight here is going to play. He can certainly win this fight. He can certainly win this fight. Oh, and the frickin' imp. That's literally the worst thing. He could curse him and make this fight a total disaster. So we have to decide who we're gonna hit. So I think for now, we're going to attack this troll. Yeah, so I think it's really, do you attack the troll or do you attack the spider? And I don't know that there's a huge difference. What we don't want to happen is we don't want the trolls to flip and then line up with us. If they intercept us and flip, our armor gets damaged, and then we can actually start, we start getting a little concerned with, again, the trolls more than anything else. If the spider flips and if the spider hits us, that means we've missed the troll. The next round we kill the spider automatically. So I think we attack the troll until the spider hits us. And then we attack the trolls until the spider hits us. And then now the problem is one curse, wither, and we're done. Everything else is fine. Wither is the dangerous curse. But round 2, the pilgrim might be able to kill this guy. Because remember, it's just the pilgrim that can't be attacked. He can attack them. And so every round after the first, the pilgrim's going to be on this sheet killing the imp, trying to kill the imp. And if he can manage to kill the imp, then I think we're in good shape. So for round... now, can he lure everyone to his sheet? That might actually be the flaw in this. That may be the flaw in this strategy here. I know your guys can only lure one. But the question is, yep, any arrow, done. Happy hump day. Yeah, no, it's good. That's good stuff. Okay. Who's humping who? That's it. We're done. This is an auto kill. That troll is dead. So on round 1, the pilgrim kills the troll, but loses the vaunted tremendous attack. The rule in the book is that in taking turns, you can lure the players can lure as many dudes as they want. This is the one that matters. We really, really want a 1 or a 4 this round. No, we get a 6. Definitely the worst. Not the worst roll, but a shitty roll. Does that troll flip? He does. That is the shittiest thing to happen. Does the imp flip? Yes, that is not as bad. And does the bottom troll flip? He does not. So we are going to get hit by this troll. He damages the armor and he wounds us. We're going to wound this H6. Done. Round 2. The Pilgrim comes on the White Knight sheet, and he's going to attack the imp. Our weapon flips over. God, this sucks a little bit. But I do think we probably ought to try to take that troll out, because that is the dangerous thing right now. And it mostly doesn't matter what we play. We're going to kill that troll. I'm worried about the spider hitting us, though. That is the danger. Looking for a 1 or a 4. Instead, we get a 6. So we're going to flip up. He goes to the bottom. He flips up as well. We're looking for flipping. He does not flip. That's good. Does the imp flip? He does. That's bad. Does the bottom troll flip? That he does not. That's fine. So what's going to happen is, first thing is, the imp goes. The imp curses the pally. And so we roll a curse. We are looking for big numbers. We get a 6. Disgust. His fame is worthless. Well, we say his prowess is worthless. So we are cursed. And so I put negative 99 prowess there. He is done. But once that happens, the Pilgrim goes next, kills the imp. He does have to fatigue a fight. So the imp goes here. We have to fatigue a fight chip. We're going to fatigue the other, the H4. We kill this troll. This flips over. This troll hits us and wounds us. And that's fine. We're going to do that. And the Pilgrim really has nothing else he can do now. Well, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. In fact, I would say we could change the calculus here a tiny bit. Play just like, play like this. And the Pilgrim's going to attack the second troll with the Alchemist Mixture. No guarantee that he kills it. But he can hit anything with, like, he can hit like a, like a son of a bitch there. And so now we have a chance of finishing the battle here. Those two actually flip. That's not great. Does the troll flip? He does. So the spider misses. The Pilgrim's going to hit the troll first because the Pilgrim's attack is an M3. Let's get the missile table up. We do M star 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 damage, which is really M star star because he's star star star. M star star, medium, heavy, tremendous. So we're looking for a reasonably good roll. We get a reasonably good roll. Dice are fixed. We use the Alchemist Mixture, of course, but that troll, before he destroys the armor of the Pally, gets nuked. And that goes to the Warlock. Weapon flips. And now it's just a question of... Oh, and frankly, yeah, we were going to let that go. We miss and he misses. And then the next round, we do not play a fight or a move at all. We're just going to let ourselves be hit. But it doesn't matter because he walks into the weapon. Not awful. That first round was a tiny bit dicey, I will absolutely say, but, and we did get our stuff damaged, which sucks, but the score is T-Troll, Imp, Troll, and that's going to score the Pilgrim 8 plus 4 plus 15. 8 and 4 is 12, plus 15 is 27 prowess for the Pilgrim. The White Knight gets 5 plus 12, so 17. Oh, that is true. He can use that. It didn't matter, everything's dead, but that's true. He can use it until it runs out at midnight. It's not one use. It is... I am going to put this directly above, but he still has the curse. So none of that technically counts. So I definitely think, yeah, I definitely think that we're heading, probably at least the White Knight heads back to the chapel, probably the Pilgrim too. They're going to take a little bit of a quick breather is my guess. And then what we're going to do is, you know, cast, make whole, and so on, right? Everybody's going to do a little bit of casting. Get our curse broken, get the windfall. Probably sell the telescope. That's not going to do much, but probably sell the telescope. He will possibly sell the keys, but I mean, the vault's also right here. It's like watching Tiger Woods in his early years. The later years, in the back of a police van. Yeah, not great. Okay, that's the end of day 7, though. That is the end of day 7. I'm going to take a quick break. Going to rest up a bit here, hit the rest room, and we're going to start, and we will start the next week. Hey, what's up, Tom? Good to see you. I'm just going to take a break. I will be back in, like, I'm going to hit the restroom and grab a drink. I'll be back in 5 minutes, and good to see you, man. So, and then we're going to draw new events. So let's remind ourselves there's 3 new events to be had this second week. And we'll score. So we need to score also. So we're gonna score everyone at the end of the week, and we'll be back and get the event. So remind me to score when I get back. All right, 5 minutes. Thank you for holding on. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I apologize. Okay, we got a little bit of scotch. This is Costco Kirkland brand blended scotch, 3 years old. It sounds shitty, but it's good. But it's good. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, you guys. We got a robust cat chat here going on. Okay, so we have a couple things to do. We've got a couple things to do here. We've got to score everybody. So the Pilgrim, with his 27 prowess, is going to be winning prowess. So he's going to score 2 for the team. He has 10 gold. That doesn't count. No quests. Done. The White Knight would have prowess, but he currently is cursed. So we actually don't really... He doesn't have any prowess. He has negative 76. He would have 23, and so he would get the second place. He does not yet get the second place because of... And so the second place goes to the Witch King with 3 prowess. The Witch is going to win gold with 15 gold. And so that's going to give the black team a slim and very tenuous 4-3 lead going into week 2. It's a little bit of a slow week 1, but we did, a lot of stuff got exposed. I think part of the problem was simply that the Witch King got tripped up in this little 2 clearing mess here. He never killed anyone like we needed to, and right, we got 1 bat, but it just did not do enough for us, and so that's sort of where we're at. The white team floundered a little bit early too because the Pilgrim wasn't getting his hire that he needed, but as we see... Oh, thank you, Catherine. Very, very sweet. Appreciate that. I'm gonna give you a heart as well, and you are now number 1, as you will always be in my heart. At least my my DDO MMO Rob and Cat Stories. So yeah, so it's not great. It's not a great scotch, but it is a good and perfectly serviceable scotch. And it's a very light flavor because it's 3 years old, right? And so on. So yeah, so here we are. So those are our scores. I think that's going to shift real quick here. It's going to be a 2-point shift no matter what, because as soon as the White Knight gets back to the chapel, his curse goes away. He takes second place in prowess, and done. Let's see what our events are for week 2. We have minor. Inquisition and the Riddle Game. Starring role in the Goonies. So, okay. We know where Dank W is. So, okay. So first thing is the minor. The minor is in the caves. So let's get the minor up. Let's get the Riddler up. Here we go. And I think the riddle is Dank W. And I think we have one place where that could possibly be, and that's there. It doesn't say where he appears, so I'm going to say he's just in the tile. He comes to you. The miner's in the caves. Caves 1. Miner's in caves 1. Those are decent. Both the castle and the city have been found. The castle is here. The city is here. the castle was over here. The castle is pretty lame, actually. The castle's just Dragon Central and Spider Central with no treasures. Yeah, it's a death tile, as you said it. The city is all the treasures. It has its own death tile, but as you can see, the two characters sort of manage that, and so now it's pretty wide open. We've killed the trolls, we've killed the spiders, just the dragon is left. So there you go. We need to figure out. So the Inquisition lasts 2 weeks. To score the Inquisition, you go to the order. Oop, well, hey, that's a little... I'll just put that marker there so that I remember. Go to the Inquisition, you kill a demon or an imp. You wound 2, perform a quest phase, wound 2 magic chits, or tithe 7 gold. Sell the order any item with black or a type 5 or 8 spell. You can actually score up to 3 times. If you kill a demon, do the quest, and sell the order of black up, you could score 3 points on the Inquisition. Or you could declare yourself an enemy of the order and kill knights. So, we are ready to go here for week 2. And this looks reasonably exciting. The miner is good for the witch. She likes, because she also, by the way, with her torch, could roll 1 die on the table above. So she could get the gold vein or the jeweled axe or the dwarven crown's actually amazing. H protection, but lightweight is incredible. The axe is not so much for her, but it is a great way. It's a great treasure. So anyway, all right, done. Let's figure out what the pilgrim is going to do. I think, so here's the thing. The cairn has 2 left. That's all it has. I think, do we go to the... So the pilgrim would love to get to the statue for the sole fact that he could find the bow. That's going to be a little bit more money for him, right? So that could be a good move for him. The White Knight does want to get back to the chapel. He wants to get his windfall. He wants to turn in learn spell, really. Get his windfall. Undo his curse. That's going to change the scores around. But it does cost them a day to return. But they are vaguely, I mean, and they're okay. They're not super injured. And the knight, technically, we should turn these in. The knight technically will heal fairly quickly. I hate to say this, I say that they move to the vault and then search 3 times. Need a Khajiit Tabaxi base character. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, so there is a custom character called the Thief. There's a custom character called the Assassin. And those play about what you... and by the way, I'm sorry. We did score. Oh, so this score has changed because the Pilgrim got a card there too. So the Pilgrim gets a card. And he gets to return to get a potion of some sort. Tiny hut. Take a visitor not on the board, place them in a mountain. They're all on the board. So we're going to drop that. Big game. Choose the size of your quarry. So instead of Troll Slayer, we have big game. And we've not yet chosen big game. So that's even better for the team here. Now we do need to rest, but DDO is a great game. You definitely DDO is a good MMO. If you like MMOs at all, it's a little wonky. You know, it is old. It's a little wonky, but it's a pretty good game. We still can get a tremendous troll, and we do not have the easy thing that we've had before. So, but having said that, and we're going to rest first, and we're going to search 3 times. Done. Our guy here is going to rest in... I think he actually... So we need to X spell X and spell once, rest twice, spell again. So we'll have 2 purple at the end of this. The cat goes 1, 2. So the cat just moves to here. And our gal, who has not yet found the horde, still has an extra phase though, and she's going to use it. Done. All right. So we're ready for day 8. The extra red die goes away. Good stuff. That last day of the week was excellent. We have spiders and imps coming, so we're going to get a spider somewhere, I bet. Although our spiders and imps are dead otherwise. So the white knight goes 1, and he's going to search 3 times. So he needs a 4 or a 1 to find the vault. Nope, that's 1. 2 is a fail. 3 is a fail. He does not find it. He is done. The Witch King is essentially doing a little bit of a rest action here. He flips that one. He's going to rest 2 times and flip another one. Just one. Just one. And what's the riddle game say? If you, anyone who ends a day here can solve the imp's riddle. So the imp's going to appear. Done. So we'll solve a day. We'll end our day here and see what happens. Pilgrim moves, searches 3 times. He fails. That's 1. 2 is a failure. 3 is a fail. So they don't find the vault today. And the witch, the dude moves, and then she looks 3 times because she's not found the horde. 1, 2, done. The horde is found. Yay! She gets 1 loot of the horde. And she gets the 6th card out of the horde. Oil of poison. Not as good as she would want. I don't think anything appears. I think everything there is dead and there's nothing coming there. And we are done with the day. That's a quick day. It's day 9. And we're going to search. And we're going to search. Yeah, done. And Oh, the Witch King has to do his thing. So let's do the riddle game for the Witch King. So the riddle game is technically a quote-unquote lore check, which means we get one free roll, and for every 2 magic asterisks we fatigue. So we're going to fatigue these. Oh, God. Yeah, done. So we get 3 rolls. A 3, 2, or 1 succeeds. That's a fail. Oh, come on. Done. Success. Good job. Riddle game. He is done. He gets a VP and a small treasure. And that's it. We've scored it. So the Witch King gets his VP. And he gets a small treasure from the magical small treasure pile here. And it's going to be something amazing, as we know. It's the elusive cloak. If attacked by... This does not help him, because he is killed anyway. So be it. It gives him something to sell. And he is done with the day. And I think, is everybody done with the day? Yeah, I think we're done. Oh, wait, 9, 9. Right, yeah, we need to write our day 9, right? Because we didn't write our day 9s. Because he got riddled last time on 8. So, I mean, I hate to say, I think he just rests all day and gets back. Except he doesn't need those type 6s. So screw it. He'll rest once. That gets back his witchmacall there. And I don't even know that does he need to rest once? He's going to hide, alert, move. No, he might as well rest anyway. He's going to... What does he need to frickin' do? He needs... I love the money. I would have loved the cash. It is very possible that this is all a dead end, that we're not going to get anything more out of this. He does have an item. Good night, Rappa. He does have an item. He has 15 bucks in his pocket, effectively. Which would give him 25. That gives him the lead. He could try to buy something, you know, off of... I don't love it. I don't love where we're at with the Witch King. And the witch has sort of gotten stuck too. She's looking for this damn hoard, which she just found, which is good. Bye, Rappa. And she's looking for the damn dragon to show up, and he hasn't showed up. Not great. Arson's not going to be done here. Arson has got to be in one of these 3, and God forbid it's here. You're never going to get here. And every run at the bats of the goblins essentially eats really an extra day. It's 2 days. A day to prep in, and then a day to go and heal, effectively. So I'm not feeling great about where we're at. But, having said that, we are going to hide, rest, move, move. Into the cliff. Done. And the witch, the cat's going to go 1, 2. And the witch is gonna just use that torch. Done. And it is now day 9. And bats are gonna be batting. That sucks a little bit, but yes. Pilgrim first. Pilgrim is searching 4 times for the vault. We've not yet found the vault, so that's a find. He finds the vault. He unlocks the vault with the keys. Done. And now he gets three loots. That doesn't work. That's a 6, so he gets 2 more rolls. He gets the second treasure. The Girdle of Energy. Okay. Last shot here is 6, and that's a fail. He is done. The White Knight watched his guy search, loot the vault with no... Right, with not being hidden, so he gets 4 shots at it. He gets the 3rd card. And he finds the Enchanted Meadow. So the Pally will knock the Enchanted Meadow right off there. The Enchanted Meadow has the pony and the True Steel Sword, which doesn't suck. It's great for the Pilgrim. Jeez, oh man, it's good for the Pilgrim. What's shitty about it is the curse, of course. And the pony can't carry either of them. So there's not a ton there to do, really. No, and he gets the 2nd card. That's pretty cool. He gets the Blasted Jewel. 1 type 5 spell. But it is a great treasure. It is a great treasure, and that is going to put him in the lead for great treasures and make the score 6-5 all of a sudden. I think he gets 1 more roll, but I don't quite remember, and I just shuffled these, which was not good, but they're all great anyway. But he's done. Cats are multifunction. Cats are multifunction. So they looted pretty good, but there's still 2 treasures there, 3 really, and they could loot the Enchanted Meadow if they want to. It's better for the Pilgrim than it is the Knight, because the Pilgrim with this sword is incredible. That is a death sword for the Pilgrim. If he can roll a 2, that's amazing. For sure. And the curses, they suck, but look how close they are to the chapel. All right, the witch, the cat moves. I don't recall if it moves, so we're gonna go 1 and search 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. He does find it, so we are gonna mark off 4, 6 in the ledges. And the witch is gonna loot 3 times, the horde. 6th card is still hers. Quick boots don't suck. That's 1. 2 is the 3rd card. Oh, can't carry that shit. 3, the 3rd card. The Toadstool Circle. Okay. There's black magic now in the whole clearing. That's great for her. She didn't hate that. It does make some things easier. Extra enchant phase for everybody in the clearing, and black magic for everybody in the clearing. And she has found the Toadstool Circle. But doesn't get anything out of there. What's in the Toadstool Circle? The Devil's Sword. Well, not great for our gal. She can't carry it. That is great for, you guessed it, the White Knight. Treasure card, instantly teleport to a cave, power the pit. So yeah, that's not quite worth it. But she does get these two, but she's not going to be able to carry. She will do the quick boots, because quick boots give her an M3 move for free, and that's pretty darn incredible for the witch. It's her best move, Chit. The golden icon puts gray magic in there, which is great. My guess is she's gonna have to leave it though. Like but she doesn't have to leave it yet. No, she's not gonna leave it. She's gonna keep it because until she has to play a move, she's fine with that. And she's sort of gonna spite the dynamic duo over there. So she has a gray treasure also, which means that she gets a 1.5. And the White Knight gets a 1.5 instead of the 2 points he had. So that drops him to 2.5 and ups her to 3.5. So they take the lead again. Now, that's very tenuous, because as soon as anything happens, she's going to have to move. But if she can get the dragon to show up first, she can get the dragon, and now she has a tremendous carrying capability, which she would use to carry the golden icon. As long as she's transformed, of course. The Witch King is the last to go. He's going to hide and rest. He does hide. He does rest. He moves there. He rests once. That's to bring this chit back. The bats come to him. Bam. All the bats up in his... He's not going to attack them this round because nothing's alerted. He doesn't guarantee to hit the bats, but that's okay. He could destroy them next round. Best cat was 1936. A tortoiseshell calico I had 1987. He could do tricks. Oh, that's fun. The riddle game is done, by the way. We've scored it. So we don't need that anymore. And we're on day 10. I always hate when it gets down to 2 treasures, because that's sort of a weird tipping point where I'm like, I don't like this looting anymore. It's not doing me much good. Having said that, I do think the Pilgrim so okay. I say we go one more day. I say he convinces the paladin to go one more day. We can move, hide, alert, move back to the baths. Done. And the witch, the cat, is going to move. Geez, I don't even know what the cat's doing anymore. Like, this isn't a good board for the cat, weirdly. We're going to go 1 and search. So we get 3 searches. I'm going to do that even right now. 1, 2, and 3. He does not find anything. The witch is still going to just pop those searches. Done. And she's looking for a 1 on this die. Dragons have not shown up yet. 5. Nope. No, nothing happening. The witch goes. She searches 3 times. 3 loots of the Glorious Horde. She gets the 6th card, so she finds the Toadstool Circle, which she doesn't care to find again. That's 1. She gets the 2nd card. That's very nice. Flying Carpet. Shitty for the witch, since she does not have a way to generate purple. That's her 2nd roll. This is her 3rd roll. We're looking for a nope, and she's done. And nothing appears in there because that's all dead. The Pilgrim goes. He's going to search 4 times the Enchanted Meadow. It's meadow time. We are looking for a 2 or a 1. Mostly a 2, right? Instead, we get a 6. That is a nothing. That's 1. 2 is a 4. Repair wounds and fatigue. You know what? Doesn't suck. Yeah, oops, we fatigued a pilgrim chit somewhere. I'll just fatigue. I'll assume that's to fatigue. That is our 2nd roll. 3rd roll. Looking for a 2. We get a 5. That's a curse. We will roll for a curse right now. We get a 4. Ill health. You can't rest. And then finally, come on, we can do this. 1 or 2. We get a 3. Roll for wish. Oh, jeez. This actually is not good here. Oh, we get strength. You know what? That's great. Done. Done. And we are done. And nothing appears. The Witch King goes. The Witch King moves out. He is going to alert and hide. He fails the hide. He walks back in, which is certainly going to suck. And he's largely because he's going to have to fatigue these 2 and be done. So that's going to suck for him. So he has had shit luck. The Knight is going to search the Enchanted Meadow. So we are doing the team thing here for sure. Because if either of them rolls a 2 or a 1, that sword's going straight to the Pilgrim. Oh, a 6, nothing. It was a 2 and a 6. That's 1. 3 is roll for a wish. I'd really rather not. So as our 2nd roll is strength for the Paladin 2, weirdly. Now, he can do that, so it's not a huge deal, but it is nice to have. That's 2. 3. Oh, that's a nothing. This is our 4th search. And he gets the True Steel Sword. And he is going to just hand that frickin' over instantly to the guy. He's like, yep, here you go. Ah! And done. And nothing appears. And the day is over. And the frickin' Witch King has to burn magic again to just get away from the bats. His luck has sort of been dismal a little bit. And I think the witch's luck has been mediocre. She does have a couple good treasures. But she really needs to grab that dragon to make this golden icon hers. And if she can turn the game around a little bit with $100 in her pocket. Now, I think the team gets out of Dodge. I think both characters are going to move to the chapel. And then we are going to, remember, if he returns to a dwelling, he gets to roll that. So we will get to roll that. Return to a visitor, right? I think we still have a visitor there. We do. Then I think we're going to hire and hire. No, we're going to trade first and hire. Done. The knight is going to obviously move to return. And then, frankly, oh, and he should be resting too. So he has a rest, and extra rest. So he has, this one is back. This one is here. Today he's going to move to the chapel. Rest. I think he'll trade once. Rest and extra rest. Done. The Witch King. The Witch King. Just miserable. What's he going to get to? So the main problem with his merchant is, even if he goes to the house of the soldiers, he has such a long way to get to everyone else. Everyone else is down on the western half of the board. The closest one is the inn. So even if he buys at the house, he's got to run to the inn, which is not a trivial walk. Whereas if he buys at the inn, he can at least walk to the guard or the order, for sure. But more importantly, this bounty does run out. It runs out at the end of the week. So if he doesn't turn in his crap, he's not going to get anything for his bat. So I say he makes one more run at it. So he moves to 2. Rest. Extra spell X, because he has an extra spell phase, which is useless, and a spell. Done. So he's going to have these 2 back and 1 flipped over, just like before. And then he'll see if he can make one last run at them and be done. If he doesn't do that, he is done. She is going to... She can't leave here unless she's willing to drop the icon. So why don't we give it one more day and hope to roll a 1 and then done. So it's day 11, I believe. It is day 11. Our monster roll really could be a 1 for the witch. It's a 3 instead. Ogres, wolves, goblins, octopus. The pilgrim goes 2. He's going to trade, and he's going to sell pretty much these 3 things. The girdle of energy. So that's $19, and they're his allies, so they'll take all that crap. They're like, yes, of course. Of course, sir. So the pilgrim gets plus 19. And then he's going to do a higher phase. Oh, no. Then he's back at a visitor, right? So he does get to roll 1d6. I'm out. All right, Catherine. And he gets troll blood. Gain an immediate 4 rest phases. Well, that is lame. Womp womp. And he is done. That's too bad. Oh, it's a potion, though, so he can keep it. Yeah, so it's a potion. It's $6 worth of potion. So I'm going to make a little marker here for him. Good night, Catherine. Thank you for stopping by. And we're going to put that here to show us that that's what he has. It's one use. All right, Tom, see ya. I don't know, so late. How late is it? Is it getting on 10:40? It's not bad. Yeah, but I get you. Okay, cool. And then he will try to hire. He is allies with his guys here. He's got 29 bucks, but one of them costs $8. So he needs a low number. A 5 is price times 4. That's too much. He's going to just sit on that. But he does have 29. And that is going to change the money situation quickly. And that's going to bring our paladin up. Really just kicking the heck out of the game at the moment. Oh, and he has a great treasure now. Because the sword is a great treasure. And so that is going to tie him and the knight and that gives him 6. But it does take a half a point away from the knight and a half a point away from the witch. Done. They're tied for first place with their 1 treasure apiece. At the end of the day, now who shows up? The patrol's going to show up. That could be bad. They could be gripey. And that's it. The knight runs down here. Boop. He bops down. He's going to trade once to sell pretty much the telescope. And he's considering the jewel. And the reason he considers the jewel is he would lose a point, but gain 30 gold. And since he is selling to the Inquisition a black magic item, he would score the Inquisition. So for 30 gold, he loses a treasure, but scores the Inquisition. So I think he's going to make that trade. So the knight gets 35 bucks. And now has 39 gold. He also scores a point with the Inquisition. And they are starting to pull away with this. And at the end of the day, he's going to get 5 more bucks, assuming the patrol doesn't chase him out of here. And he rests twice. So I'm going to pull this back. I'm going to pull that. No, I'm going to pull this out and pull this back. And that back. So that's 2. 1, 2, done. And he has sold all of this to our order here. So not bad. Not bad at all. The Wizard of War here moves here. Rests 2. Flips 1. It's not been a good game so far for the Witch King. Nothing appears on him, though. Howl, but only in the caves. That's Howl Mountains. The cat's going to search for a witchmacall, but I don't think he's going to matter. This cat in this game, 1, is just not going to matter. 2, 3, he finds it. So he finds ledge 1, 3. And the witch searches 3 times, and she was really hoping for, like I said, a 1. Instead, she's just going to grab some loot, and she grabs the 3rd card. She's done a great job of grabbing the loot. 1. That's a 1. When in doubt, I look at the number, and it says 1 and 1, so she gets the top card. Second roll is a Regent of Jewels. Third roll is the 2nd card. Holy crap. The Beast Pipes. That's good for her. She likes that. Done. That is a monster set of rolls for her. But she is not going to be able to keep. She's going to have to drop this icon. She's just going to have to. It does suck. She was looking forward to selling that goddamn thing. Okay. Does anything appear? No, nothing's here. Nothing's here. And the patrol's here. So both the pilgrim and the knight have to at least check on the patrol, who's neutral. Ooh, that's trouble. That is an insult, so he'll take a -5. Ill health goes away, so he can rest now. But he does take an unfortunate -5 from the patrol, and he's down to 22 prowess. Still in the lead at the moment. The knight has to roll, but he gets a -1, so they're not going to dink with him. He rolls a 5, which is no deal, because he subtracts 1 and collects his windfall. So he has 44 gold now, and his curse is gone. So we're gonna erase it and erase that and put the 17 down here. So that gives him 23 prowess, which puts him in the lead, puts the pilgrim in second place, and the Witch King now has nothing. So he has 5 to 6 to 2 to 2. And the good guys are rating 11 to 4 right now, which is pretty crazy. And he gets Dragon Slayer, and you're not allowed to have dupes, so you have to toss it. He gets the Lost Pouch. And he's going to drop Learn Spell, because that's just not going to... I mean, it could happen, but he's not going to shoot for it. He gets Danger Sense. Does the Pilgrim want to drop any of these? Theoretically, they're all good for him. Now, the nice thing about this for the witch is that she can go into the order, because they're doing the Inquisition. So even though she's unfriendly, they will tolerate her as long as she's there to turn in a thing, right? Which she probably will. But she cannot. She cannot. All right. All right. All right. So here we are. What day is it? It's day 12. Okay. So it's looking good. It's looking good for the team here. So I do think we need to figure out what to do. I think we quest phase, and then we will do our hires. Done. 3 hires. Quest and hire. We're going to quest to probably fatigue 2 magics and give the Inquisition its boost, and that'll score 1 point for us. Technically, the White Knight can also do that. He can quest. Burn, wound that. Oh, and who's the pouch for? We really should pay attention to that because that's sort of important. The pouch is for 6, the Woodfolk. What's the chance the White Knight cares about the Woodfolk? Not a lot of chance. Not a ton. There's not a ton of chance that we care much about the Woodfolk. So we what? Burn 2 quests to open one to give the Inquisition some blood, and the other to roll the 3 dice and go. I don't know that it is worth walking all the way up the mountain hoping that either A, you get a giant on the way up and can kill the giant and then can get to the altar. I don't think, and kill that demon. I don't think that's in the cards for the team. I think the witch is concerned that she just spent too much time here, and she's looted it out-ish too. I mean, there's literally what, 1 card left? There is a single card left, so she has looted this place out. She could go down to sell. She's gonna have to drop the icon on the way down. So the White Knight no longer has a treasure, so that is true. He does have the most gold, though. The Pilgrim has slightly less gold. That doesn't really change the overall scores. It just makes the White Knight the one who has all the points. So right now, but he does not have a treasure anymore, so he gets 0. And these guys both score a half point again, for what it's worth. Okay, you know what I want an AI to do? I want an AI to watch the game and automatically update my scoreboard. That's what I want a goddamn LLM to do. So it's 10.5 to 4.5 right now, or yeah, 4.5. So the witch could walk down, sell the carpet, sell the grease, sell the poison. She would not have this anymore. She would probably keep the jewels, and she would probably, although, right? So that's going to give her $24 to add to her $15. So she'll get second place. So that'll be a gold. Oh, she's out, actually. She has 0 points. No, I'm sorry. So it's even worse. So that'll get her back into second place aside from the Pilgrim. So that is probably not super worth it, but right. She could quest down there as well. That would give her a point. So, I mean, it is worth a couple points to at least go to the order. So I think she's going to, so he's going to do that. I'm sorry, I keep jumping away. He's going to quest 2 times, open the pouch. He's going to get an extra rest, so he might as well just do that here. That leaves him with 2 phases. Dragon Slayer is certainly on his docket. I don't feel it's, I mean, all the dragons are here. I would love to get to the den, or I would love to get to, right, there's more treasures in either the den or the nest. I think he just goes 1, 2, and moves to 3. Done. Our Witch King. Well, said we're going to take one more run at these bats and then be done. And that's what we're going to do. We will turn one more chip over. And then the witch is going to move into the woods. Now, one of these moves can be extra because she does keep her torch until she ends a phase outside. So she could go 1, 2, 3, but she's going to go 1, 2. And then she is going to, extra move is going to be hide effectively and done. Okay? And that's it. So we're almost through the week. Everyone is almost still, oh my God, bats. So our Witch King is going to hide and alert. He flips this, so that's not it. So he hides and alerts. And he is hidden, and he alerts, and he moves to the bats, and then they move to him, but he is fine. Done. So he's going to get one more shot at these goddamn bats. The Pilgrim quests once, and he is going to burn and burn. So he scores the Inquisition by tithing his blood to the Inquisition. Hey, what's up? Currently drunk on my way home. Well, good for you. Cheers, sir. This is a cheap 3-year-old Costco scotch, but it is weirdly tasty. It is absolutely drinkable, as Scott and I would say. As opposed to, say, also antifreeze, I hear, is imminently drinkable. So, go figure. Anyway, so we are going to wound 2 chips as well for the Inquisition. So that's going to score us another point. And they are dominating. This group is dominating tonight. So Inquisition 2. He then opens the pouch and he rolls 3 dice. 1, 2 is 7. 8, 9. He gets $9. Yeah, I'll do, yeah, sure. I have nothing against the Amazon. I want to do a run. So this is a dumb run. I want to do a run. And the Woodfolk do not like him. So Woodfolk. Woodfolk have unfriended him. They have unfriended him. I want to do a run where everybody posts on a post ahead of time. Give me your dumb overpowered combo in terms of starting gear for a character. That doesn't have to be, it's not, you can't go all out. There's still, yeah, treasures have to be treasures. So that does hurt mages a little bit. But like the Amazon with a medium bow. Totally. The Black Knight with a medium bow or a crossbow. Crazy. Even the captain with a bow is pretty good. Are there any other? No trading is the cap. What do you mean a Fallout run with no trading? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'll tell you why. Because it takes away half of the joy of the game is acquiring shit, right? Like a Horizon run with no trading is not. I can't do it. I lose every time. Antifreeze in Canada is excellent to drink. I hear it tastes like syrup. I hear it tastes like syrup. And then we run to the ruin. And then we rest once to pull that back. And that is it. And we burn the pouch and we do get a card. And that card is find a weapon in Slither. That sort of sucks, but sure. Will you be letting Scott try some antifreeze on stream? No, but yes. We'll buy our next whiskey stream will be all suggested by Raven Rock. so it's all cheap Canadian booze and like Jim Beam mango and all that bullshit that she likes to suggest all the time. Oh, Jim Beam Fruit Loops sounds great. That's what I want. Okay, and we are done here. And then the witch. I mean, we're just gonna go. I mean, we can look for something, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll go there. Done. And the witch is going to move, and I think she hid, right? And she fails, but she did hide. And we get the small campfire here. Which is interesting, because now she could, if she wanted to, she does have to find the large campfire. She's going to do, so that's what she's going to do. The Inquisition, and then she's going to go just touch the campfire, and done. And she scored 2 or 3 points. But I think we're all done with the day. I don't think... Oh, we have one battle. See if you can get a bottle from Black Fox Farm and Distillery. Highly awarded Canadian. I don't know that we can get that in Pennsylvania. So the problem, Dustin, is we don't get a lot of different whiskeys. We're Pennsylvania. We have a state store. Like, literally, the government runs the liquor stores. Which I don't hate, because those are union jobs that people have, and I am a dirty little socialist at heart. Let's understand something. Oh, this is the wrong character though. Let's not. There we go. All right, so here we go. We're gonna play this time 0 attack. We're fatiguing that shit. We're gonna hit all these guys. It really just comes down to what can we roll on the missile table, and we can roll a 4, 3, 2, or 1. To cast Fiery Blast and kill them. So the first bat is dead. Yay! Second bat is alive. Third bat is dead. Ooh, this could be the turning point. Fourth bat's alive. Fifth bat dead. Come on, dead. Alive. All right. So 3 bats survive, 2 bats die. Oh, there you go. All right. We can work something out. I'm going to take 2 more trophies. These 2 bats are dead. That is going to score us. We're not done yet, of course, but we're mostly done. 2 bats. And that is worth 9. Not great. A third bat would have doubled that, which is sort of what we're shooting for here, but that's okay. All the bats now are on our sheet. It is guaranteed to die if we stay here. So we do have to melt, which we do. Oh, the 3 bats lived. The 2 bats died. So where's that third bat? What did I do with him? There we go. Oh, we were hidden too. So we do have the option to try to melt into mist, or not melt into mist. So no, because we attacked multiple. So we are instantly undone. So that's fine. That's fine. All good. Okay. That's the day. That does not change the calculus for prowess. We still have the both members of the White Knight team still winning prowess. That does give our Witch King a few more trophies to play with, though. But where is he going to go? Like, what is he going to do to try to cash in? The Bashkar haven't worked out. None of that shit's worked out. So I'm getting a little bit distraught over my Witch King play here. And he is sort of hemmed in too, which sucks, but he's sort of hemmed in. All right, day 13. So the Pilgrim, well, we didn't, hold on. Wait, where are we at here? On day 12. Okay, so we're writing day 13 for our guys here, right? But I don't think, did we roll these hires? It doesn't feel like we rolled his hires. Or maybe we rolled one of them. We got 20, yeah, because we had 29, yeah, so we have 3 hires for this guy. He moved, he did his thing, he did his thing, and she did her thing. But I think he missed a couple hires if I'm feeling this correctly. So that doesn't work, no. And then 5, also bad. So it doesn't matter. He gets nothing out of it. He's not able to hire anybody. I do think he's just gonna hire and get that done, and that's what he's gonna do. The White Knight on day 13. I mean, I don't have a ton going on for him either. I am curious about this nest. Depends on what else is in there. I could also pick up a weapon and slither. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 through the Evil Valley. Move into the valley. And extra rest. Done. The Witch King needs to decide where he ends up. We could... I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I am going to move to the house. I'm going to rest once. If we need to flee out of there, we will. But that's it. Done. The witch is going to move to the chapel. She is going to perform a quest phase. And I think, I don't know if she can she flee from the patrol? because I think their horses are on slow mode. And she's going to then do one trade phase is free. So that's cool. So she's going to tithe to the, and she has to drop this because she had to move. She has 2 phases. We're going to search twice. We should score the Inquisition. We could look at this and maybe learn a spell. Done. Learning a spell is worth 2 points. Coming at the end of week 2, and they're getting blown out 12-3 or thereabouts. They need to get their shit together a little bit. 3, Ogres, Wolves, Goblins, Octopus. The Witch King is up first. Where did he end up? He moves to the house and rests. So he's going to move to the house. 1, 2, 3, and he's going to rest. Done. He does get all his trophies, so he actually scores 15 bucks, which gives him 25. It actually does not put him on the podium, but whatever. He's going to, if he can, turn in both of those. So he's going to drop both these quests and draw 2 new ones. And that's going to be, that assumes he can stay in there for the day. So he is done. And nothing moves. The Pilgrim is going to hire all day. He just negotiates all day. I just want 1 night, for crying out loud. They're like, are you sure? Price times 2. So 16 bucks. And we're going to get a night. So we're going to add 14 days to this. And I'm going to hire 3 more times and see if I roll the 1 or the 2. So 1. Nope. 2. No. Last time we're going to get this one. No, we totally didn't get it. We do get order 3. So we do get the night. The nice thing is you have the whole game, and really, it barely matters. You don't have to pay him again because the game's going to be over by the time all that happens. That does help us a little bit. And I'm going to drink the Troll Blood and get an immediate 4 rest phases. And we can just drop that card. Done. The Witch, I think the cat's going to just look for this place here. 1, 2, he finds it. So she finds Deep Woods 1, 4. In case she needs it. The Witch does head into the chapel. She performs a quest phase. That's going to give her her first card. And to do that, she's going to wound, I should say, 2 of those. She's then going to try to trade with the patrol. Remember, all she has to do is not get a problem, and she does not get a problem. So for 24 bucks to the patrol, there we go. So she makes 24. So she has 39 bucks. Now that, not 139, just 39. So that is going to change the calculus because now she has the 2nd place in gold because he is down to 13. Then she is going to read the pipes twice. And when she reads runes, she subtracts 1 from each die. And she gets a 2. She can learn and awaken a spell. The beast pipes have 1 type 8. And it's guide, spider, or octopus, which is incredibly useful. And she has learned it if she gets a spell. And that's going to give her 2 extra points, which is going to at least knock the right. So it's now 7.5 to 11.5. So not the worst thing. Her last search, pointless. She's got nothing else to do there. She did score the Inquisition, and she is done, pretty much. And the White Knight, I think, goes 1, 2, 3, 4, right? He goes, bolts right up, and then he brings that back, and done. There's purple magic in every clearing, which means this guy is melted into mist. So he is not doing anything else today, really, at all. But he does get 2 cards. Or we should roll. We got to roll some folks here, right? So we got to roll the patrol on the witch. We have to roll, frankly, the patrol on the pilgrim. And they're fine. Witch patrol. Fine. The house. Fine. So everybody's mostly okay with their folks here being there. So it's going to be day 14. He's going to be doing nothing. 1, 2. Can't even rest. Can't be blocked or anything either, which is nice. 1, 2, 3. Like he can get to here if he wants to. So, yeah, what are we going to do today on day 14? I think we're going to mark big game tremendous. So we're hunting tremendous. And we are going to I think move up and hope for a 4, right? We're going to move up. I don't know if there's anything else to do. We already got Troll Slayer. We could get Giant Slayer. We can't get Giants here. We might get them here, but we don't know what's there. I say we go into the mountain. Move into the mountain. I mean, we'll hide twice. It barely matters. Done. If we do get a giant, it's worth 2 points because big game and both of those will pop. The knight is going to hide and move into the high pass. The Witch King, not a lot he can do today, really. I mean, he's going to go to the goblins. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into the goblin hex. Move into the goblins. But he's melted into mist. So nothing really is going to happen there. He does get to draw two quest cards. He draws Spider Slayer and Geraldo's Game. Open the Vault or the Crypt of the Night. It's a dumb name for that, but it makes me chuckle. And he should have. Oh, he didn't. He didn't do a trade phase. He does sort of have to do that, doesn't he? Really? He can't today. He's just gonna move out. Done. He's moving out. That's fine. Gonna get to there. He's gonna move around. He's got other things to do. Done. 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 The witch. Okay, she's done her thing. Sold her crap. She's got her money in her spells. I actually expected that that was going to take her a little longer to get that spell, but she's got it almost immediately. I think that night she drops Fan Club. Simply because I don't think she's going to get that far around the board. And she gets Danger Sense, which does not help her as much. And then, frankly, I think she moves 1, 2, 3, 4 into the Oak Woods. And done. We do get 2 die rolls. We get 4 and 5, which is exactly what we got last time when everything went to hell. Lot of shit comes back. The White Knight doesn't care because he is... Oh, yeah, he does care. He's hiding. He totally cares, and he blows it, and he walks into there. That was probably not the best move. But we get the layer in 3 on the nest, so nothing appears there. The Pilgrim goes there, and I think he hides twice, right? Yeah, so he's hidden, potentially. And done. And we're going to get a giant. And a spider, weirdly enough. Witch King goes to here. Nothing appears. The witch, I mean, the cat's gonna go here, search 3 times. Done, finds the other deep woods widget. I wish that mattered at this stage, but I don't know that it does. And she goes 1, 2, 3, and 4 and ends up there. And that's that. We do have a battle though. It's the Pilgrim and his buddy on the giant and the spider. Get out a buddy battle sheet. I mean, we're going to take the giant. Because... Now, this sucks, because it's going to take that attack and use his magic attack, because he does tremendous to the giant right now. And the only danger is that giant on round 1 could club him to death, which sort of suck. So, we're hidden. We're hidden. So on round 1, nothing's on our sheet. So this guy's going to remain hidden too. So that means that's an auto kill. So we play this and we kill the giant. And now we are exposed. This goes away. And now the spider's going to go on his sheet. He's going to flip that over. And then we're going to play just like that. So giant first is dead because round 1 we are hidden. So that's where hiding made a difference, because if we weren't hidden, well, then the giant gets that first shot potentially with that big club. So he doesn't. Here, as soon as this guy flips and he can damage anyone, he's dead. And he's going to stay put right there. Does he flip? He doesn't flip. What that means is that the knight hits him and kills him, which sucks because we don't get the extra. But we did kill a giant and a spider, and that's 11 prowess, which makes us 33 prowess. It also kicks Giant Slay, and that gives us our third card. And we do get to keep that. And big game flips like that. We get Woodwork instead of Giant Slayer. So both of these sort of flip. Big game needs to be turned in, unfortunately, which sort of sucks. It's one of the only cards that needs to be turned in back. That's not entirely true. But we're close. So that'll happen tomorrow. And we'll get another point. And some armor. So he can wear some armor, too. Woodwork is fine. It's just not super useful. And we are ready to turn big game in. I'll put an X there just to show that we've done it. And it's ready to be turned in. We're not going to do anything here. We're just going to sit there and we got to figure out what to do with the White Knight there. I mean, not the White Knight, the Witch King. She's going to pop this. That'll give her another point. And then I think the next thing you do is you head back to the borderland and hope the demon pops. Because that's going to be potentially another spell for you, although I don't think it super matters. But we're going to save the game here. I hope you enjoyed that. I thought it was decent. I mean, it was, you know, it was not super close. The last one was amazingly close the entire time. This one, I think both the guys on the Black Magic team got sort of caught up and couldn't quite pull it off, whereas the other guys got pretty lucky. They had a great battle and, you know, just... right, they've doubled the number of cards they've produced. They've scored on the right as the bad guys. They're winning prowess because of those good battles. They are winning gold for the most part, and so on. So I think a little lopsided tonight, but still pretty fun. Everyone survived. And this gives me a game over, say, the weekend. I'll finish this and post this up, you know, ASAP. In the meantime, I am posting videos every couple days. It's going to be a slow burn. All the videos from the other channel that, you know, that either were or were never watched by folks, we're going to be posting. So it's a superhero, high school, and the Runebearer. Me and Scott talking about Runebearer, various aspects of its design, what we like, what we could improve. And those are going to be up. And Friday night, I think we're going to be playing a little more Crimson Desert. So thanks a lot, guys. Dustin and Amanda. Good to see you. Rob, Michael, Tom, Catherine. I think that's it. Scott was here a bit. Rappa Welk was here a bit. Thanks to Amanda and Catherine again for the super chats, and I will see you all hopefully on Friday. And that's it. Good night. Have a good one.